In the beloved world of Anne Shirley, every corner of Green Gables held magic. From the Snow Queen's blooming branches outside Anne's window to the warm, inviting kitchen where Marilla's plum preserves cooled on the sill. The charm of this fictional early 1900s farmhouse continues to captivate our hearts and inspire our homes today. Anne of Green Gables Vintage Interior Decor Guide. The beauty of Anne-inspired decor lies in its thoughtful blending of practicality with dreamy romanticism. Weathered woods, natural textiles, and handcrafted elements create a lived-in feel that's both elegant and approachable, perfect for today's homeowner who values both style and substance. This aesthetic speaks to those seeking warmth, romance, and whimsical beauty in their living spaces. Each room tells a story of simpler times while offering sanctuary from our digital world. The journey through Anne's world of design unfolds in chapters. Those who appreciate these aesthetic principles often return to experience each new installment. Subscribe to Opalux. A gentle notification ensures no chapter goes unnoticed. Begin your Anne-inspired transformation with a weathered wooden bowl of fresh fruit on your kitchen table, sprigs of flowers in simple glass bottles, or a handmade quilt draped casually across a reading chair. These small touches immediately evoke Green Gables' charm. In the coming segments, we'll explore the Avonlea color palette, heritage architectural elements, literary-inspired nooks, botanical accents, handcrafted treasures, and spaces designed for gathering kindred spirits. The gentle beauty of this style resonates with those seeking authenticity and character. It honors imperfections that make a house feel truly lived in, where weathered wood carries the patina of countless hands and linen wrinkles with graceful character. Let the enchantment of Green Gables transform your living spaces into havens of timeless beauty and authentic warmth, where everyday life unfolds with a touch of the magic Anne herself found in the ordinary world. Avonlea palette, colors that speak poetry. The essence of Anne's world begins with color. The palette draws directly from the landscapes of Prince Edward Island that Anne so poetically described, the lake of shining waters and the white way of delight. These natural inspirations translate into a timeless color scheme for today's home. Walls dressed in cream, pale sage green, or soft blue-gray create a gentle backdrop that shifts beautifully throughout the day as natural light changes. For furniture, embrace natural wood tones ranging from honey oak to rich walnut, allowing the grain patterns to tell their own stories. A vintage wooden dresser with its original patina becomes not just functional storage, but a character piece that anchors the room. Textiles add depth through complementary tones in varied textures. A cream linen soap paired with wool pillows in dusty rose or faded periwinkle creates visual interest without overwhelming the space. Window treatments should capture Anne's romantic spirit. Perhaps cream lace panels that filter light like more mist, or natural linen curtains that frame views of your own personal haunted wood. For flooring, wide plank hardwood in medium tones grounds the space with authenticity. Layer with vintage-inspired rugs featuring subtle botanical patterns or simple jute for texture. These natural elements create a foundation that feels both timeless and connected to the earth, qualities Anne herself would have cherished. When selecting paint, consider historical collections that offer authentic period colors. Brands like Farrow and Ball, Benjamin Moore, and Sherwin-Williams provide palettes inspired by early 1900s homes. The magic of this palette lies in its versatility. These colors create spaces that feel simultaneously fresh and historical, allowing period-appropriate elements to shine while remaining completely livable for contemporary families. These aren't just colors, they're kindred spirits that create harmony in your home. Heritage elements, architecture with character. Anne's world was filled with architectural details that transformed simple spaces into storybook settings. These elements didn't just decorate rooms, they created the chapter where life's moments unfolded. Crown molding, beadboard wainscoting, and ceiling medallions add period-appropriate character without overwhelming modern spaces. Consider a plate rail in dining areas, not only authentic to the era, but practical for displaying treasured dishware that might have delighted Anne's imagination. These architectural touches create a framework for your decor that immediately transports visitor to another time. When selecting furniture, look beyond ornate Victorian styles to the simpler lines of early 1900s farmhouses. A sturdy pine table marked by generations of use becomes the heart of a dining room. Windsor-style chair, a simple sideboard, and perhaps a corner hutch displaying blue and white china create an inviting space for gathering. In living areas, choose comfortable upholstered pieces with classic silhouettes covered in natural fabrics that will age gracefully. The kitchen benefits tremendously from period-inspired elements. Open shelving displaying ironstone pitchers, copper cookware, and mason jar creates both storage and visual poetry. A farmhouse sink becomes the centerpiece, especially when paired with simple cabinet designs featuring bin pulls and glass knobs. These functional elements honor the hardworking kitchens of Anne's era while meeting today's needs. For bathrooms, a clawfoot tub creates an immediate statement if space allows. Pedestal sinks, hex tile flooring, and simple subway tile offer authentic character while remaining practical. Even small touches like an antique mirror or vintage-inspired fixtures can transform a thoroughly modern bathroom into a space with historical soul. These architectural elements create a backdrop for everyday life that feels authentic rather than contrived. Spaces with stories to tell, ready for you to add your own chapters. literary charm, sanctuaries of imagination. Anne's passionate love of books, learning, and imagination forms the beating heart of any Green Gables-inspired home. Creating spaces dedicated to reading and reflection honors this aspect of her character while adding tremendous warmth to your interior landscape. Bookshelves filled with vintage volumes create immediate character and depth. Hunt estate sales and secondhand shops for leather-bound classics or vintage hardcovers with beautiful spines. Anne would appreciate both their literary content and aesthetic appeal. Arrange them both by color for visual impact and by topic for practicality, creating a personal library that invites exploration. Establish a dedicated reading nook that would make Anne's heart soar. A comfortable chair positioned near a window where you can look out on the big, big world while lost in a story. Add proper lighting, a small side table for tea, and a soft throw blanket for comfort. This becomes not just a decorative corner, but a sanctuary for the mind. A writing desk serves as both functional workspace and decorative focal point. Look for antique school desks, simple writing tables, or small secretary desks that might have witnessed the creation of stories like Anne's The Jealous Rival or In Death Not Divided. Display beautiful stationery, a quality fountain pen, or vintage inkwells as functional decor. This space becomes a temple to creativity and self-expression. For families, create a special corner dedicated to storytelling that nurtures the creativity Anne so valued. A low bookshelf filled with classic children's literature, comfortable floor cushions, and perhaps a vintage globe creates a space where young minds can develop their own scope for creativity away from screens and digital distractions. These literary elements elevate your home beyond mere decoration, creating spaces that feed the mind and soul, something Anne Shirley would surely approve. botanical bounty, nature's poetry indoors. Anne's profound connection to nature provides rich inspiration for authentic decor. Her poetic descriptions of apple blossoms, wild roses, and forest paths offer a blueprint for bringing the outdoors in throughout the seasons. Fresh flowers arranged simply in vintage vessels create immediate impact with minimal effort. Rather than formal arrangements, gather wildflower-inspired bouquets in ironstone pitchers, blue glass bottles, or simple mason jars. Consider what might have grown in Anne's beloved gardens: daisies, Queen Anne's lace, roses, lilacs, and ferns. These arrangements connect your home to the changing seasons and bring life to every room. Pressed botanical prints in simple frames create wall art that's both period authentic and visually compelling. Group collections on a gallery wall or distribute throughout your home. These natural elements bring both color and pattern while maintaining the organic, unfussy aesthetic of a farmhouse. Houseplants add living presence while connecting to Anne's love of greenery. Ferns, ivy, and flowering plants like African violets would feel at home at Green Gables. Display in simple terracotta pots, vintage ceramic planters, or repurposed containers like enamelware for an authentic look that adds texture and life to your spaces. Embrace seasonal changes by rotating decor elements as the world outside transforms. Pussy willows in spring, wildflowers in summer, wheat sheaves in fall, and evergreen boughs in winter. This practice connects your home to the natural rhythms Anne so cherished and creates an ever-evolving interior landscape that remains fresh and inspiring. For maximum authenticity, research plants native to Prince Edward Island and incorporate similar species suitable for your climate. This thoughtful selection creates a subtle homage to the actual landscapes that inspired Montgomery's descriptions. These botanical elements don't just decorate your home, they infuse it with the same wonder Anne found in nature, turning ordinary rooms into spaces where beauty is discovered anew each day. Handcrafted Heritage, the soul of authenticity. The homes of Anne's era were filled with handcrafted items made with care and meant to last for generations. This approach resonates deeply with today's desire for authenticity and sustainability in home decor. Textile arts create warmth and personality throughout the home. Display handmade quilts folded over a quilt rack or draped across the foot of a bed. Embroidered pillowcases, crocheted doilies, and hand-knit throws add authentic texture while honoring traditional women's crafts. These textiles don't just decorate, they wrap your home in comfort and history. For walls, frame vintage handkerchiefs, quilt squares, or embroidery hoops. These textile art pieces create soft visual interest and connection to traditional crafts that would have been practiced in Anne's community. Group similar items for greater impact, or mix with botanical prints for an eclectic gallery that tells a story. In the kitchen, display handcrafted wooden utensils, pottery mixing bowls, and hand-woven baskets. These items bring beauty to everyday tasks while honoring traditional craftsmanship. Look for contemporary artisans, creating work inspired by traditional methods rather than mass-produced replicas, supporting a continuing legacy of handmade excellence. Create your own Anne-inspired crafts to personalize your space. Press flowers from your garden between glass frames. Try your hand at simple embroidery for pillow covers, or make candles from beeswax. These activities connect you to traditional skills while creating unique decor elements that carry personal meaning. When shopping for handcrafted items, explore local craft fairs, Etsy shops specializing in historical reproduction and antique markets. Often the most authentic pieces come with stories of their own creation, adding layers of meaning to your decor. These handcrafted elements infuse your home with authenticity that can't be purchased from mass retailers. Like Anne herself, they may appear simple at first glance, but reveal depth and character upon closer inspection. Kindred spirits, the art of gathering. At its heart, Anne's world was about connection, finding kindred spirits and creating spaces for shared experiences. This final element transforms a beautiful house into a true home. The dining area becomes central to this vision. A sturdy table with simple chairs creates the foundation for countless shared meals and conversations. Add a tablecloth in natural linen, simple ceramic dishware in cream or white, and glasses in clear or lightly colored glass. Keep centerpieces low and simple, perhaps a small arrangement of garden flowers or a few candles in simple holders. This creates a welcoming stage for the meaningful connections that unfold over shared meals. In living spaces, arrange seating to encourage conversation rather than focusing solely on entertainment. Consider how a parlor might have functioned in Anne's time. Chairs positioned for interaction, small tables for setting down teacups, and good lighting for evening activities. This arrangement naturally facilitates the heart-to-heart talks that Anne and Diana might have shared. Create opportunities for shared activities that honor the simpler pleasures of Anne's era. A puzzle table in the corner, a cabinet filled with board games, or a piano if space allows. These elements invite family and friends to engage in analog entertainment that fosters genuine connection in our digital age. Throughout your home, display photographs of loved ones in simple frames. These personal touches remind us that beautiful spaces ultimately serve the people who inhabit them, creating a backdrop for the relationships and memories that truly matter, the kindred spirits that Anne so cherished. Consider establishing traditions that Anne would appreciate. Afternoon tea served properly, evening reading sessions, or seasonal celebrations marking nature's changes. These rituals transform decorative spaces into settings for meaningful living. By thoughtfully incorporating these elements, your home can capture the timeless charm of Anne's world while meeting the practical needs of contemporary life. The result is a space that feels authentic, personal, and genuinely welcoming. A place where everyday life unfolds with a touch of the magic that Anne herself found in the ordinary world. The Green Gables Legacy, Timeless Living. The enduring appeal of Anne of Green Gables extends far beyond its pages and into our homes. Through thoughtful design choices, we can create living space that honor both the aesthetics and values of Anne's beloved world. These interiors speak to us because they embody qualities often missing in our fast-paced digital lives. They offer authenticity in an age of mass production, history in a time of constant novelty, and character in place of perfection. Anne's world reminds us that a home should tell stories, nurture imagination, and provide sanctuary. The Green Gables aesthetic achieves a rare balance. Spaces that feel simultaneously nostalgic and relevant, decorative and practical, aspirational and attainable. This harmony makes it an enduring source of inspiration for contemporary homeowners seeking meaning in their surroundings. As you incorporate elements from each segment into your own spaces, allow them to evolve naturally. The most authentic and inspired interiors develop over time, with pieces collected thoughtfully rather than purchased all at once. This gradual curation brings depth and personality that cannot be replicated through instant decorating. Remember that perfection was never the goal of Anne's world. The slight irregularities of handcrafted items, the weathered edges of well-used furniture, the occasional wildness of natural elements, these imperfections create spaces with soul. They remind us that beauty often lies in character rather than flawlessness. Consider documenting your own Green Gables transformation through photographs or journals. This practice not only preserves your design journey, but deepens your appreciation for the small changes that collectively create character-filled spaces. The true magic of Anne-inspired interiors lies in their ability to enhance everyday living. When we surround ourselves with beauty, history, nature, and craftsmanship, ordinary moments take on extraordinary significance. In creating these spaces, we honor not just Anne's aesthetic, but her profound appreciation for the wonder found in daily life. May your home become a place where, like Anne, you discover enchantment in the ordinary and poetry in the everyday.